liking this artwork, what you're about to see is an individual with the hood on here that's running. Yeah, right here, he's running around the van. He's going to run around the van. It's an individual that ran towards my officer. As you can see, charged and knocking down the bottom. Again, the rhetoric out there was that the officer slipped and fell. I think it's a clear indication that my officer was charged and was hit by a Okay, so this is the first angle of one of the camera footages from the business there to show a clear what actually happened. At the bottom of the screen where you see my officer Travis Brown attempt to stop the subject in which again violence and so the subject is running over here. My officer is coming from that end. Officer Brown is right here, moving over here. He stands right there.
We've announced new charges relative to the protest over the weekend. These charges are additional, in addition to the charges that we announced on Saturday. And like we did on Saturday, because of the strong public interest in these activities, we're releasing some of this information that may not be on case as of yet. For anybody to get that information when it's updated. We filed, in addition to the charges that we had filed before, we filed a new charge against Elijah Gantt. This is the defendant previously charged with assault first degree for the serious injury to Officer Travis Brown. We've also now charged Mr. Gantt with assault fourth degree, class A misdemeanor for kicking the officer in the head. We filed a number of charges against another defendant, which was property damage first, class C felony, attempting to disarm an officer, resisting arrest, assault fourth degree. With that defendant, we allege that he pulled from a large steel gate at the entrance to the Ferguson Police Department, breaking the gate, and damage does exceed $750 to the statutory amount. Soon after, an officer was arrested Mr. Gantt for assault first degree. That defendant grabbed an officer's service weapon and tried to pull the gun out of the officer's holster. That defendant then broke free from the officer's grasp and disappeared into the crowd. And today we filed a new charge against different defendants. And that is for destruction of property in the police department. And then also we filed other charges against two new defendants, one for resisting arrest and assault, 4th-degree special victim, the other for property damage first. And those cases are still pending, so there'll be more information soon enough. And I do want to emphasize a few things. First and foremost, we cannot interfere with lawful arrest. But for the restraint and discipline of these officers, this situation could have been a lot worse. In a situation like that, we have to understand that there are no metal detectors. Officers don't know who has what, and when with a crowd like that, they don't know who has weapons or what their intent is. And when they're trying to effectuate an arrest, it is creating very dangerous set of circumstances to interfere with that. We recognize that folks have the right to free speech, they have the right to peacefully protest, and I believe the department is a tremendous job of allowing these visually peaceful protests to take place. And lastly, and I want to be clear in no uncertain terms, we've heard what was happening before, earlier, which led up to some of this stuff. And as a community, as a region, we have to decide what we're doing. What is the goal? What are the goals? As was mentioned at earlier points in these protests, if the goal is about the case that happened 10 years ago, let me be clear, there is no dispute on whether or not charges can be filed. There is none. The Department of Justice, which is the investigative body with the most resources in the world, not just the region or the state or the country, but the world, investigated that case and concluded that charges can be filed. Every investigative body that has reviewed that case has reached the same conclusion. Our office looked at every piece of evidence, and absent new evidence, or evidence unbeknownst to us, there is no dispute. This is not an intellectual debate. There is no evidence to move forward on any type of prosecution in that case. So if that's the goal, with respect to that case, then this movement ends. If the goal is criminal justice reform, if it's community policing, which we see in this department, if the goal is court reform, which we have seen in this region, if this goal is to expand diversion and treatment programs to make this a more fair and just justice system, then that work has been going on and will continue, because we all know that there's more work to be done. But I just want to be clear, in no uncertain terms, where we are and where we go from here is an uncomfortable and tough conversation that we have to have.
citizens approved for this incident to be at our police department. The other thing I want to make mention of is that those of you, and I think you know who you are, that are in leadership roles in this region, have talked about, got a lot of face time, talking about the anniversary of this coming up. If you haven't condemned this act or condemned what happened to my officer, then you're part of the problem. And lastly, when I say Travis Brown and his family, I got you. These police officers sitting behind me, they got you. The clergy members sitting behind me, they got you. This community sitting behind me, we got you. Oh, any questions you may have?
Can you explain the financial cost that you reached for the fence damage?
$3,000.
Can you explain how you got to that number?
Oh, we got it perfect.
Some, if not all, of the people charged are not from Ferguson, not residents here. How do you reconcile that?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, you know, the individual was charged, was from East St. Louis. And again, I mean, this happens year after year after year. Now, I mentioned it in the first conference. Ferguson residents are very passionate about this city. They want to be able to, you know, man, everybody knows what took place 10 years ago. And there's a lot of reform that came out of it. Again, you know, and I'm not keeping myself in. Police departments across the nation now have out here one camp. Most police departments have been through all the police advisor training, everything, de-escalation training. And I mentioned this before, you know, just the city of Ferguson alone, we have 30,000 calls of police services last year. And think about this, because I don't think this really resonated with the media or our community. 30,000 calls, I mean, there's over 30-some thousand citizens contacts, and we had less than 1% use of force incidents. I mean, man, don't you think that is just remarkable? That shows you that the police is just not out here just beating everybody up as the rhetoric would seem.
Some people say that characterizing it as him as Elijah charging the officer is wrong, and what it really was two people running in opposite directions and colliding. What's your response to that?
I'm trying to be. And you know what, it is far from just a question alone, it's possible, because you had two people colliding. I mean, if you look at the video, the officer is standing there waiting to try to catch this guy. They're waiting for a collision, he's standing. This guy tackled my guy right in the floor. That's a ridiculous.
Chief, can you talk about this is just a staff fighter, how first responders put their lives on the line?
Every day, and these individuals all sit back there. Most of the people in these communities that they protect, they don't even know these individuals. You know, they got wives, they got moms, they got daddies, they got kids. These individuals want to go back to their families. Pretty much the same. He's still in serious spiritual condition.
Were there any complaints filed on any of the activists or protesters there
I
against the
haven't seen
police?
any.
No complaints yet? Okay.
This is for Chief Doyle and Wesley Bell. You guys talked about people who are pivotal in this movement. I think of Corey Bush, she's been very vocal about this. Would you say she's culpable for what happened over the weekend?
First and foremost, this is not the time to start pointing fingers and blaming folks. This is the time when we need to start bringing the temperature down and coming together. That's why you see the folks here. People are coming together.
How many people have been charged now new today, and do you expect more charges?
With any investigation, this is an ongoing investigation. As we find more evidence or uncover more evidence, if we find actions that rise to the level of criminal conduct, then we will charge them. As we said before, we respect everyone's First Amendment rights. You have the right to peacefully protest when you cross the line. Harming folks, damaging property, are going to be held accountable. And so if we find that there is reason or justification for actions that rise to the level, that's exactly what we do.
Chief, you have a final remark?
Sure, just, I would ask the community, just the general public as a whole, for one last point. I know that, no police department is perfect. I get it. Nobody, no country is perfect. But what I would ask you to do, let's recognize the good that has taken place in our police department. Let's recognize the reform that has taken place. Let's recognize the good work that our officers do. Our officers just last week just chasing somebody, just called up a burglary first subject that was breaking into a house. I mean, these are the type of things that our police officers are already doing on a daily basis, and they need to be recognized and praised for those things. So,
Ferguson City Council, we stand here today in solidarity with our police department, our police chief. We have mayors from all over the county, as 88 counties in St. Louis County. They are here in solidarity with us today. Ferguson has made a lot of strides, and this one act is not going to stop us from moving forward. That's right. We just finished giving away 1,000 field backpacks for children to go to school. Positive things. Right. Our Parks Department, every Friday night, we have a band at 501 Plaza for citizens and anyone who wants to come and enjoy themselves. The police department just did a splash for the kids to play in bubbles. I didn't get them. But the Ferguson City Council, we are united and we are going to continue to move this city forward. We are complying with the DOJ. Since Chief Doyle has been here, he has hired the necessary staff to do the work of the DOJ. When Chief Doyle came here, our staffing was at 49%. Today it is at 76% with women, more women on I had an opportunity to go with Chief yesterday to visit the mother and the sisters. My heart is broken over foolishness. Yes. A sister sitting there trying to figure out who's going to come from the family to take the next watch to sit with Officer Brown. The wives of the first responder, Yolanda Doyle, organized them to make certain family has what they need around the clock. So this one act is not going to stop Ferguson. We are resilient, and we know how to bounce back.
Alright, guys, we're here live in Ferguson, Missouri at the Ferguson Community Center. Just had a press conference about the situation that happened with Officer Travis Brown, where he was collided into by a protester and had a brain injury where he is recovering right now. Today is August 13th. We're here in Ferguson, Missouri once again. It's Eric and Brooks, and all goes well with the officer and his recovery. Eric and Brooks, have a good day.
All right, so.
Alright guys, I'm going to walk around here, see some of the people that are here present. Alright, officers from the community. You're welcome. That's this. Hello. How you doing? Doing okay, how are you? All right. Hello. Good to see you too. Hey, Nick.
Like Malcolm X, get your hand on my
How you doing? I'm doing okay.
See you again. We
Good to
just see you.
Yes. So, Mayor, I'm actually videotaping right now. Can you tell me how you feel about this situation that happened as a result of the protester, or I should say one protester, having a senseless act that injured Officer Travis Brown here in Ferguson, Missouri. Can you tell us how you feel about the situation?
Well, recently and even in the past, it seems to be the outsiders that are coming in to our communities and destroying things. So that's my major concern. It's not the people that live here, because we love our communities, we care about our people, and we work together. So we need to focus on some of those outsiders out here to keep us safe.
All right, and we're talking to Mayor Sharon Pace with Norwood, Missouri. Thank you so much. All right, guys. All right, so I'm going to go over here. I'm videotaping. I want to ask you a question.
You want to ask me a question?
Yes.
Yes, what is that?
So tell me, okay, we're talking to Ms. Annette Jenkins right here.
With the Neighborhood Steering Police Committee.
And basically, I want to ask a question. I know every year, the Mike Brown family, they commemorate their son, Michael Brown Jr. And basically, I want to know from you, what is it going to take for the protesters to be on the same page with the Michael Brown family in order to be progressive and not stay on the situation that happened with the police officer?
Okay, what happened this Friday was people that don't know what's happening. That young man didn't come from Ferguson or even St. Louis, East St. Louis.
Illinois.
What's going to take is people all get on the same page. And some people just don't want to change. They don't want to change. Emily standing out there, she ain't no business standing out there. But in order to make a change, everybody got to get on the same page.
That's it. And tell me, what is it going to take for that to happen? what needs to happen in order to connect the protesters with the family's agenda?
They need to have the people out there don't even register to vote, so it's kind of hard to say.
All right.
I hate to say it. If you're not registered to vote, don't talk to me.
All right. Well, I'm ready. All right. So, thank you so much, Ms. Jenkins. All right, guys. All right. So, we're going to move on. And we're going to see. We're going to talk to the prosecutor and tell here.
Lots of recommendations. You want to come over and sit with me?
That's Laverne Mitchell, who's a former city council member, as well as the St. Louis County prosecutor Wesley Bell. Hey Wesley, how you doing? All right, so I'm videotaping right now, right? Oh, okay. And so, this is St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell, and so he's a former city council member here in Ferguson as well. And so the question that I have is, how can you get the protesters' agenda on the same page as the agenda as the Mike Brown family in order to move Ferguson forward and not stay stuck on just protesting? What can be done to connect that divide?
I think at some point we have to start having a real conversation about what the goals are. And I'm being clear and in no uncertain terms, because some people still haven't got the message after 10 years. There is no dispute on whether or not that case can be reopened. It cannot. The evidence is not there. There is no judge that can sign off on it. There is no probable cause to prosecute that case. Every investigative body that has reviewed it, including the Department of Justice, has concluded the same thing. So if our goal is that case, then there's nothing else we can do absent new evidence. Now, if our goal is to reform our criminal justice system, and our goal is to expand treatment programs, is to body cameras, is to court reforms, community policing, but then that's what we're moving on. And we still got more work to do, and we need to be rallying around that cause. But we got to make a decision on what the goals are.
Hold on. Okay. Well, I appreciate you very much, because I was out there that night, but that situation happened after I left. And so my mindset the whole time was, when are they going to have the same agenda as the Mike Brown family? Because they had a ball going on, and I saw the news talking about all the positivity that they were doing as far as exhibit, as far as different things that are moving forward to help the community.
I gotta say though, I still keep hearing from folks surrounding the family. I'm not talking about the family. I'm always going to do everything I can to put my arms around the families, lost loved ones. Right. But we're still hearing that it's about the case. And I want to be clear. And don't take my word. The Department of Justice investigation is online. Anybody can see it. Go review it yourself. If that's the goal, then there's nothing else that can be done absent new evidence. And so we got to start talking about what the actual goal is. Are we trying to save thousands of people by reforming the criminal justice system? If so, let's work together and do that. But those are the conversations we got to have.
Thank you. That was the St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell, giving us an understanding as to what the ultimate goals are to make change here in Ferguson, Missouri. So as far as policing is concerned, as far as safety for the citizens of Ferguson, Missouri. Once again, this is Erica Woods here in Ferguson, Missouri. Just after the press conference by the Ferguson Police Chief, Chief Doyle, as well as City Manager John Hampton and Mayor Ella Jones. They all stood there and spoke in solidarity to be able to help the people understand what happened in Ferguson on Friday. So, hey guys, it's all about solidarity and communication to bring justice here in Ferguson, Missouri. It's Eric and Brooks. All right, let's see. All right, so we see Mr. Brian Williams. Let's see if we can get him.
Right on.
When I had dancing at my wedding reception,
It's going kind of fast. can get him over here and talk to him. All right, guys, hold on. Hello, I want to talk to you. How you doing? Good. So, come over here at the light, because the light behind you. Let's go ahead.
For 2 weeks.
Okay, we're here live with Mr. Brian Williams, who's a senator out here in this district. We want to ask you, basically, I talked to St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell about how can you get the protesters to be on the same agenda as the family of Mike Brown about bringing change, the way to bring change. And he talked about basically having set goals to understand what the next step is in order to bring justice and united change in Ferguson. So what do you think needs to be done to connect the mindset of the protesters and the family together so they can be on the same agenda?
I think first we need to make sure that we keep the family in our thoughts and our prayers, and Officer Brown in particular. First, I start with just the work that we've been able to do at Jefferson City at the state level. We've banned chokeholds. We created the strongest youth support database. We gave police officers tools to build the trust in the community because we didn't want what happened to Michael Brown to ever happen again in our community. But it's going to be so important for those protesting and folks in the community that may be upset about Michael Brown's death to understand that there has been positive steps that's been taken in the right direction, but most importantly that everyone goes to work with the expectation of making home safe. And we need to understand that our families are impacted, and in this instance we have a black officer who was impacted and hurt during what should have been a peaceful protest.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Once again, that's Mr. Senator Brian Williams, Missouri Senator Brian Williams here in St. Louis, Missouri, and particularly Ferguson, Missouri. So I thank you so much for joining in with me, and stay tuned for more information. Hopefully the message will send across here in Ferguson, Missouri about solidarity and communication so that there can be change and peace here in Ferguson. Thank you so much, Erica.